Have you been thinking about getting a nice organizer for your bag, but maybe you're not sure if you should get a felt one or a silky material one? Well then, this video is for you. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, I'm Eva. Thanks for joining. Today's video is about bag organizers, and I have two here to compare. They're both from the brand Zoomoni, and this felt blue one I bought for myself when I got my Birkin several months ago, like back in the fall. This silky Zoomoni organizer was gifted to me by the brand. There were no strings attached. They did not ask me to say anything specific, but after using both of these, I definitely can comment on which one I prefer and why. So I'm going to take the camera down so that you can see the details of these organizers, how they're similar and different, how they fit into my Birkin, and by the way, they also fit into some of my other bags which have similar dimensions. So let's get into it. Charlie has decided to join us for this segment of the video. And as we get into looking at more details of these organizers, I just kind of wanted to give you an overview of the things that I'll be talking about. I'll be discussing the difference of thickness that Zoomoni offers, the layout and design options, the difference in weight between the felt one and the silky one, the price differences between these two, the structure and fit in terms of how they fit into my bag and how they fit into my other bags. And then at the end of the video, I'll tell you which one is my preference. I've ordered organizers on Amazon before, the felt ones. I've just not been totally impressed with them in terms of like how bulky they are. So when I first got this organizer from Zoomoni, I noticed immediately it had a different quality. Zoomoni offers two different thicknesses. The regular thickness or the default thickness is 2 millimeters. I've ordered both of these in the thinner option, which is 1.2 millimeters. So even though these are made out of different materials, they have the same thickness. The 2 millimeter default is the most commonly ordered according to Zoomoni. They describe it as soft, sturdy, and structural, and that it has a water repellent finish. Zoomoni describes the thinner one, which is 1.2 millimeters, which is the one that I have, as lighter and more natural in shape and recommended for smaller and structured bags. Obviously, these are specifically meant to fit inside a Birkin bag, Birkin 30, but they can fit into other bags, which I'll show you later. The dimensions are 10 inches in length, 5 inches in width, and also 5 inches in height. Zoomoni offers two different types of layout or design options. There's a type A or type B. Both of mine are the type A, which has one of these larger pockets which comes into the interior portion of the organizer. I like having it here as an option, and it's very easy to like push out of the way if you don't want to use it. Even though these organizers have the same dimensions and the same thickness, they do have a difference of weight. This felt organizer is very light. It only weighs 2 ounces. It feels like air, basically. And I'll have the grams listed on the screen below. The silky organizer is just a little bit heavier. It's still super light, but it weighs 4.2 ounces. When I hold them both, I can feel the difference in weight. The felt one is extremely lightweight. The silky one is still light, but it does feel slightly heavier. I'll tell you the prices of the organizers for the type A design that I have. For the felt organizer, it's $45, and for the silky organizer, it's $89.95. So the silk organizer is more expensive, but I'm going to talk about why I think that is at the end of the video. And by the way, I do have a discount code for you to use in case you're thinking about ordering a Zoomoni organizer for any of your bags. The information will be listed here below, and it will also be in the description box. So here's an up-close look. I wanted you to see the stitching. It's very nice. It's nicely made. As I mentioned earlier, I've ordered bag organizers from Amazon before, and this one is definitely higher in quality. Both of these organizers have the same pocket layout, and you can order an organizer without pockets if that's your preference. All those options are on the website. There are 2 slip pockets here on the back of the organizer, and there's a small side pocket here, and there are 2 slip pockets here on the front wall. I forgot to mention there was a tiny pocket on the back wall of the organizer, and it's perfect for holding a pen. Some up-close details of the stitching on the silky organizer. This is called Silky. It's made out of a satin fabric. It's also very well made. Okay, so now we're bringing out the big B. So here is my Birkin 30. It is in the color Cobalt. The leather is Togo and the hardware is Palladium. I'm going to show you my Birkin from the side. I think this gives you the best information about how the organizer helps keep the structure. So this is my bag empty. It has a natural slouch here, especially on the back side of the bag. So it relaxes and falls this way without anything inside. So when I put the felt organizer in here, it has a great fit, like it fits perfectly. And let me show you now what the bag looks like. So it definitely helps keep it more upright, more vertical shape. Still, you can see the natural slouch of the Togo leather. Before I put the Silky organizer in, I wanted to show you a little bit of a difference in terms of the structure. The felt organizer is softly structured. It has a little bit more give to it. So you see when I'm pushing in on the sides, it does give a bit. I'm not saying that's good or bad, I'm just showing you the difference. With the Silky organizer, when I push it on the corners, there's no give when I'm using the same pressure. If I were to push harder, there could be give, but this is the same pressure that I'm using on the felt. So that shows you the difference in like the structure, even though they're the same thickness. So even though this is soft and flexible, it does have more structure as compared to the felt. And I do think that's why it has a higher price point, or at least that's one of the things that I would attribute to the price difference along with the materials. Now here, putting the Silky insert inside the bag. It's also a great fit down inside the bag. Yeah, it's just right. And now this is what it looks like inside the bag. It's holding this bag up a little bit more vertically. On their website, they do say that this is only intended for a Birkin 30 size, and it may not work with other bags. But of course I had to experiment and try it out. Here I want to show you how it fits into my Marc Jacobs tote. This is the size small, and this is the Steven Sprouse special collaboration. I'm so pleased with how this fit in here, and also because this has a black interior, this cream colored insert just makes it so much easier to see things. And here is my MZ Wallace box tote. For those of you that watched my vlog sale, I mentioned that I got another leather MZ Wallace bag. And so this is it, and I've been loving it. For me, it's the perfect size work bag. And even though MZ Wallace bags already have great internal organization, I also like to add this organizer to just give me some delineation between the things that are inside my bag and the things that are here in the interior. So as you can see, it's also a great fit. This works really well in here. And then finally, I wanted to show you how this insert fit into my Longchamp mailbox bag. I love using this as a work bag in the spring and summer months. And here is how it fits inside this bag. So here you can see it also works really well inside this bag as well. So if you know the proportions of the bag, specifically the proportions of the base of your bag, then you can find an insert that will work for you. I wanted to also mention color options. Zoomoni has a lot of colors available in their felt organizer. You can see that when you look on their website. This was in the color Sky Blue. There are not as many color options with the Silky organizer, but I have found this cream color to be very versatile. And I like how it looks inside my Birkin, but also my other bags as well. In conclusion, which insert do I prefer? After using both, I have come to prefer the Silky organizer for a couple of different reasons. Number one, it has more structure, as I showed you before. Number two, it has a better feel. Like when you touch it, it just feels more luxurious than the felt. Now this is still nice, but this one definitely feels more upscale. It just has a better touch experience in my opinion. Because the Silky organizer is a little bit more structured, it does help give this bag more structure. And that's the reason why then I prefer the Silky organizer. So thanks so much for watching today. Thanks to Zoomoni for gifting me this organizer. And if you are interested in purchasing an organizer in this size or any other size, then use my discount code for a 20% discount. Okay, so you take care. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.